everybody. Welcome to my shop. My name is Steve. You know, it's been a while since I did a video, but I didn't post it. Oh gosh, here we go. Another spam caller, guys. Another spam caller. Yep. Okay, got rid of him. Go away. I did a video, but I didn't post it because I didn't like it. So I'm going to try it again. This time, what I want to do is be a little more informative, I guess, and try to explain a little better what we're doing. I watched some videos of some of the other YouTubers out there. So, without any extra rigmarole, we're going to get going here. What I want to do is kind of demonstrate what happens when the light hits the dial face incorrectly. Now, if you don't have control of your light source, it's pretty hard to do this. So you need, ideally, if you're in a shop where the windows are blocked out, that's the best. And then you just use what lights are available. Now, and they were demonstrating how to stop glare on their dial indicator faces. And some of the ideas they had were okay, but being a professional photographer myself, a still photographer, not video, okay, still photographer, 30 plus years, and doing a lot of copy and restoration work over those many years, I learned a few things, and one of the things was how to copy photographs, old photographs. Usually people brought in old photographs and wanted me to copy them and make extras so they could pass them out to their other family members. So one of the things I learned was how to do that, and it just led me right into this video here on how to take the glare out. When old photographs are copied, the old photographs, they used to put a texture on them, which made it very, very difficult to get a nice, clean copy without glare. And so consequently, people brought their old photographs in because they didn't have the tools or the knowledge of how that process worked. And there's a couple of things that you have to know when you're filtering the light. We have to polarize it, what they call polarizing the light. They sell polarizing sunglasses, and if you've ever worn a pair of those, you can see into the reflections in water and things like that a little easier. So polarizer lenses have been around for many, many years. Gosh, I don't know how many years they've been out. I'd have to research that, but a long time, probably easily 50, 60 years at least. So what we need, first off, is a polarizer lens. This is a polarizer lens. And this goes over the camera lens. So if I was to bring it up here and put it over the lens, it would go just like that. So it cuts the light in half, basically 2 times. So it can get a little tricky if you don't have enough light. But on this filter, if I call it a filter, there's you screw this onto the lens. In fact, what I should do, let me go get my camera that this is designed for, and we'll just use it as a tool to demonstrate how this all works. Stand by, we'll be back in just a second. Now, this is my Nikon 35mm SLR camera that I used to use a lot in the field and in the studio. And it also has capability of doing video. But one of the problems with it is that the lenses are kind of noisy, so I don't use it too much anymore. I made a couple videos with it, but I didn't like the results. So anyway, we're shooting with the GoPro 10, and then I've got another Nikon back up over there, which I've got it zoomed in on the camera. So what we have to do here is install this filter over the lens. So this particular camera has a screw threads on the front of the lens, which allows me to attach this polarizer filter directly to the lens on the camera. Now, if you're using a GoPro or another type of camera that may not have that, you'll have to come up with a way to attach it to the front of the camera so that it covers up the lens. Because when you're actually working this and looking through the camera at your subject, you'll want to be able to turn this very slowly until the glare is gone. But that's only half the secrets, okay? This putting it on the camera will help a little bit. But to eliminate the glare, we have to polarize the light source coming in to the dial face on the dial indicator. And that requires another set of filters. Now these, like I said, when I was doing copy work, old photographs, I had a copy stand set up and I had a light on each side of the camera aiming at the copy job that I was copying. And I bought these large polarizer. They're just like this here on the camera, but this is a piece of poly something or other that's polarized, and I put the arrows on here so I can, if I use two of them at once, I can match them up. I don't want one facing one way and one turned the other way, because that's it defeats the purpose of the polarizers. So if I illustrated this to you, let me see if I can do this without actually going to the dial face, but I want to just kind of demonstrate here how this would work. So I'm going to put this camera off to the side here a little bit like that. Hopefully you can see me. All right. Now, as I put this up in front, and as I put this over the lens on the GoPro, and then I put this in front, as I turn this, what's going to happen here is I'm going to I should go dark. Oop, I want to drop it and break it. Okay, watch. Okay, there you go. See that? Right there. Now I've eliminated all the glare coming through the filters. As I turn this 90 degrees that way, you can see me again. I lost my picture. So turning this there really cuts it down right there. That just totally almost goes black, okay? So that's what we're trying to do here. Now what I want to do now is I'm going to shoot some video with this camera here, that since this screws on and does a nice job of, makes it easy for me to control where that sits. Now, what we have to do is this filter has to go between your light source, and if you're using, like on a lathe, you'd have your work light on your lathe here. So what we want to do is put this polarizer here. I'm trying to think what to call this thing. But it's the big polarizer. We need to put that into the light source between our light source and our dial face down here, okay? So the way I do that is I made a frame. I made this little aluminum frame I made to hold my filter. Now, like I said, this arrow dictates which way the polarizer filter works. And if I'm only using one of these, if I only got one light source, I don't have to worry about which direction this is facing. Okay, it's just, if I'm using two of them, then I do. But if I'm just using one, it's not a problem that way. So let me attach this onto my light over there. Hold on a second. I'm going to get around here. And I'm going to stick this on this little contraption I put on my light stand. This will come in there about like that. And, okay, I'm going to bring this over like that. All right, so there's our, have I got that? We'll see how that works. Not the best configuration, but darn, that's on there tight. There we go. Raise this up a little bit so we're not mashing our filter. Now, I want to bring this camera over. Hopefully, I haven't run this camera in a while, so let's see if we got any. Oh, battery's almost dead. And we got, okay, we got a card in there, so we're okay that way. But let me swing this around and zero in on the dial face. Now, what I want to do here, come on. There we go. Okay. It's autofocus on. What I'm going to do here, just for grins, is I want to turn this until I've got glare. So I'm going to, I can't back that up, can I? But let me see if I can get, there we go. Okay, all right. Bear with me, guys. All right, there we go. Oh yeah. Now, if we were getting this kind of glare, all right, now, oh, this might work okay this way too. Instead of me bringing and editing all this into one thing, I'm going to bring this camera over here. And we're going to look at the back of this camera there. Oh, yeah, that's sweet. That works out nice. Let's see. Let me go over on this side. Whee! Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Now, you can see what I'm looking at. I can't see the dial face, the hands on the face. So, if I take and turn, I'm rotating the, there we go, oop, right there. Okay. Now, my problem is I've got the ceiling lights are involved in the part of the glare. So I'm going to turn off the ceiling lights, and we're just going to use the, okay, there we go. So now, oh yeah, you can see that real nice. How that goes just totally, that's total glare. It's got the total glare going on there. And when I turn, come on, let's go around, right there. Okay, we got rid of 95% of the glare is gone. See if we can zoom in a little closer here and focus. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now it's focused. It helps to focus it, doesn't it? Okay. So there's our no glare and total glare. Okay, you can't even see the face. Numbers, hands, it's all gone. Bring this back, and we're back in, we're right there. But you can also see right here, I'm out of battery. So we're going to run out of battery pretty quick right there. So I'm going to just go ahead and stop the recording on this camera. Okay, yeah, I didn't do that. Did I hit the wrong button? There we go. Let's see if that would do it. It's hard to see in the dark, guys. Let's see. Okay. I'll shut it off. Okay. All right. Let me turn the lights back on. There we go. Now, there's my setup with the light. and the filter in place. So hopefully you can see that back there. Anyway, if you want to stop glare, whether it's for a dial face or you want to copy a photograph or something like that, you can't hardly do it without the polarizer filters. There's just too many, especially on a flat photograph paper, a photographic print. If you wanted to make a copy of it, very difficult to do without polarizers. I know these new iPhones are terrific cameras, and you can use it on any of them. I mean, the polarizers work on any of them. So what you need is a is a nice polarizer glass. You don't want to use. You don't want to photograph through this. You want to photograph through this, because this is optically clear, and it's got coatings on it to keep reflections down. And I'm pretty sure if you search online, you can probably find a GoPro polarizer filter that'll snap right onto the front of your camera. And if you're using some other type of camera, you can probably, if you can't find it online, your camera store can probably help you out with getting what you need to attach to your camera. And then they sell these in a variety of different sizes. I think the smallest I saw was a 4x5 inch piece of material. But the bigger it is, the better, easier it is to cut off the light. If you put this up over the top of so say you had a light over the top of your machine, and as long as you've got this between the light source and the dial face, and your camera's coming in down here underneath, you're good to go. That'll as long as it's blocking the light. So if I turn this light off, okay, that's out of the way, and I bring this over the top, I can see, let me bring this up where you can see it there. When I bring this across over the top, I can actually get this down close enough that I can block the light coming in. Now, if I get over here to the side, you see, as soon as I get over to the side, this light's coming in, and we're missing it here. So, like I say, you can buy this, and I don't know if they make it in a roll, but you just have to look around. I'm sure I've seen it online, and it can be purchased, maybe in a roll. But if not, it comes in sheets. These were, I think, 12. Let's see if I got yeah, here we go. Stand by. Here's the, okay, this was the ones I bought, or this is the envelope it came in. I don't know if Sterling Optics is Incorporated is still in business, but I bought these. It's 12 by 12 inch, unmounted. I put the cardboard around the edges, but they sell them. They used to sell them, I guess, either way, unmounted or mounted. I bought mine unmounted, and they were $34 a piece, and that was probably in about let's go with about 1985, 86, somewhere like that. So, priced, based on inflation and the economy today, it's probably about $2,000 for this right now. So, nothing stays the same. So, and back in those days, I used to have to use the quartz lights to get enough light. Those 500 watt quartz lights like you see on the buildings that are bright, well, it takes its toll on this plastic. The heat just gets to them after a while. Well, now with the LEDs, whoo, no heat at all and no problems. But let's see, here's a piece here. Yeah, you can see this one's kind of got a little too close to the light source there. It kind of burned it up. But you can. What's not burned up is still usable. So I mean, it's if you need a small piece, you can cut it out of a big piece, stuff like that. But Anyway, that's kind of the polarizer in a nutshell. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you'll like and subscribe, and send me a comment. I'd love to hear what you have to think of it. If I left something out, I'm more than willing to listen and learn. That's why we're all watching YouTube, so we can all learn something new. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.